Okay, let's move forward to 2002. We're post 9/11 at this point. Things have changed. The world has changed. Let's see what the Halloween does. Halloween Resurrection. Uh, 3 years after he last terrorized his sister, Michael Myers confronts her again before traveling to Haddonfield to deal with the cast and crew of a reality show which is being broadcast from his old home. Directed by Rick Rosenthal, who did Halloween 2, The Birds 2, Land's End, under a different name, by the way. Like, he didn't want to be associated with that, but then he did a bunch of television. Written by Larry Brand, with different additional credits going to John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, of course. Um, yeah, I'll start this one off because I'm sure, I don't know. We'll see how it bounces off. But I thought these opening credits were potentially the worst in the franchise. Just a black screen with orange text, and then it opens up with Lori in a psych ward. Um, Evidently, she wanted her character to die really quickly so she could not do any more of these movies. But that
Hmm.
one, I don't know. I have conflicting opinions about Miss Curtis, honestly, and the way she treats her horror fans. Um, but yeah, she does die pretty quick. um, uh, I I guess my problem with her is what a gift to be. I have a whole thing here, so I might as well read it. Uh, what a gift to be given an iconic horror franchise as like your launch pad into acting. Like, to shit on it as much as she does, like, and just say that she, like, people that watch horror have a problem with them, like, it's kind of weird. And then she keeps doing the movies. I don't know if you've seen any of her clips about this. She's been asked many times. She says she never watches horror. Like,
Oh, I've heard that.
and then also she does backhanded things. She says backhanded shit all the time. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, these movies are the only thing that's worth a shit except for the movie House Arrest, which has Kevin Pollak in it. Have you seen that movie? It's from
Yeah,
like it's got Kevin
it's
Pollak,
funny.
Wallace Shawn, Jennifer Tilly, and Christopher McDonald, who plays Shooter McGavin in Happy
And
Gilmore.
Trading Places.
Yeah, yeah. Check
And the
check
fish
it out.
called Wanda.
Fish Called Wanda. That's a
That
good
was
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super
those
fun.
movies would be good without her. She doesn't matter, right? I mean, am I right or wrong?
What
You could
you're
replace her.
saying? What are you saying? She don't have no other good movies?
Name some. I mean, she's in other good
Terror
movies.
Train.
Is that movie good
Um,
because of her?
well, not you didn't say because of
Also,
her.
it's
No,
horror.
she could be replaced by
I'm
anyone. I'm
sure.
just saying she's in other good movies.
I mean, but that's also horror. So
I mean, I don't think
uh,
Halloween's necessarily
think about how many movies
good
that she's
because of
done that
her.
are horror. The bulk of her career, most of her money came from horror.
Yeah, I've
She,
never heard her say anything bad about
oh,
horror,
look it up.
but
There's a lot.
I've never heard her say anything.
There's a lot. It was actually last year she was, or when the last Halloween movie came out, she was fucking up all over the
That's
place
not
saying shit.
that's not good.
No,
That's
that's why people
not a
don't
smart
like.
thing to do.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people that have had extensive rants on TikTok about her just being a shitty person to the people who built her career, kind of.
Prom night. Prom night's another good one.
Yeah. Horror. You know, line them up.
She's done a lot, but she's
But
done like blue
the
steel.
fog, wasn't she in the
Blue
fog
Steel.
also?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's some cop. She did some cop things.
eh,
John Travolta.
I just have little to no respect for her anymore after the multitude of if you look it up, you'll feel the same way. It's just ridiculous. So this movie confuses you also because I believe what they're trying to say is that in H2O, that wasn't Michael Myers. Is that what they're trying to say with they pull the mask off of the decapitated head and they show you that person's face? That's not Michael Myers?
No, he traded
Right.
out outfits with the
Okay.
EMT driver. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
and
Yeah.
looked totally inconspicuous
So
Yeah.
when
for a guy who
she
should have like 20th degree
decapitates
burns.
when she decapitates him,
Mm,
uh that's not Michael. That's
No.
the guy.
correct.
No.
Okay, so that makes sense of the kind eyes I was talking about. That's a human being.
Yeah.
So okay, retract my statement on that. Um,
Well, it's not like they knew that ahead of time, Frank.
Right.
They didn't go into this going,
you think
this
that
is
was
how I'll do
that
this.
was you think
No.
okay, okay,
I
okay.
think that
Well,
was
then
somebody's
now
writing.
leave it in play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like Busta Rhymes in this movie. He is not a great actor, but I just enjoy Busta Rhymes being in a movie. He's very fun, but the rest of the cast is pretty weak anyways, which makes him shine even more. I mean, you got Tyra Banks and the boring kid from American Pie. Like that's the boring kid, right? What's his thing in American Pie?
That's
he
rookie of
wants
the
to
year.
he wants to sleep with with the blonde girl, Tara Reid's character.
Yeah.
And that's his whole plot in that movie.
Doesn't he come in a cup and then Sean William Scott drinks it? Is he
Yeah.
the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
that
guess
is
you're
his
right.
cum, Frank.
I guess you're right. Uh that was Rookie of the Year, wasn't it? I forgot he was that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Was he also in the one where the kid goes back in time and plays baseball? What was that one called?
Oh yeah.
A kid in King Arthur's court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A baseball kid. But this movie has similar problems to uh Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. When we talked about that, they both came out around the same time. Uh they could not have operated this live streaming shit in 2002. They could not
Absolutely not. Nope.
They had this is before Wi-Fi. This is before Bluetooth. You would have had to have hard wire connections for all that shit. And you would have had to have, at the time, one of the most expensive internet connections you could have. You would have had to have a straight up high-speed cable internet. And they're in an old ass house. And they've got these fucking little packs with them.
And it still would have been clipping, even with the highest end at that time. It would have been beep, bop,
it's
boop,
like,
boop.
And there were movies, videos. No way.
Movies around this time did it all the fucking time. Even American Pie, he was live streaming through email that video and that shit. Did they think we weren't alive or what? Like we're living at that time.
Well, it was it was webcam stuff. It was webcam connections, like through the app. You could do that.
Well,
but
I don't know.
Still wouldn't be like.
Well, I don't know. Never mind.
They wouldn't. Do you remember anything that was? I remember in 2002, if you wanted to watch video, I don't know how you could watch GIFs. I remember that you could pull a GIF up. You could pull up a picture.
Clips. There were small clips online of things.
Yeah, there was no. Was there even YouTube in 2002?
Maybe a hard county had to wait to get all this.
We had to wait.
We didn't know anything about it.
Far off.
Yeah.
I just don't think it at a civil. Maybe it could be done. I just don't think it could be done at this civilian level.
I think Jason's onto something. We were in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, look what the internet I have now. I can barely do this.
Right.
This is awful.
Because I know the internet at my house, my mom would pick the phone up and be like, "Shut that goddamn internet off! I've got to make a phone call."
We had 2 lines.
Yeah. What if somebody picked up the phone line while they were streaming?
John's family had money.
Yeah. They're over there in their Bentleys.
Yeah.
You got 2 landlines?
Yep.
This is
because we got sick of being because we all wanted to be on the internet all the time.
It's crazy. We had to block time out at our house. I was like, I'm gonna be on for an hour. But here's my most controversial takes on this, and I know it's going to be because Jason already commented on it. I think this is one of the better versions of the mask. Not the hair, didn't even clock that. But I like the eyebrows, the evil eyebrows.
Oh, that hair is terrible.
He had a fro.
Maybe it's just in comparison to the last one, I liked it more. But
doesn't he have
also,
an eyeliner though?
he has 2 sets of eyebrows. It's like he's got an eyebrow that would be your actual eyebrow, and then like a drawn-on mean one. And I like it. It's stupid, but he does look menacing. Like you wanted him to be menacing. I feel that he is in this. I think the kills look good too. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but Uh, they did make the correct decision, which I wasn't expecting for anything to be politically correct in any way. But whenever they walk into the Halloween party dressed up as Jules and Vincent from Pulp Fiction, the dude wasn't in blackface. At the time, full blown blackface would have been expected. I mean, that was not uncommon to just still do it and be like kind of winking like it. We know, but we know. um, I think that the scene where Busta Rhymes is wearing a fake Michael Myers mask and outfit and has the interaction with actual Michael Myers, where he's yelling at him through the muffled mask, I left the back door open for you, whatever. That may be my favorite moment in any movie out of the franchise. It is so fucking funny.
And he still lives.
He just stares at him.
Walk away.
Walks perfect.
Confused. No one talk to him like
that. No one's ever talked to him like that.
That is so funny. No one's ever talked to him like that before. All he was to start talking to.
Yeah.
Power.
I think this movie was poisoned by the runoff of Blair Witch and reality TV at the time. Like reality TV had just popped. And I think that if this would have been shot 100% like a Halloween movie and not tried to fit in the fucking Blair Witch style found footage stuff, like it would have been better. No one needs a POV shot of Michael Myers staring into the camera like he's on fucking some dating app. You know, like it was very strange. I think that Jamie Lee Curtis's cameo was pointless, like totally. But I still gave this a 6 out of 10. I felt it was fairly enjoyable. Yeah. Who's up?
I'll go.
I'll go for it.
Oh shit! Same thing. He steals the thunder from you every time.
Go for it, John. John's gonna go.
So, I like this one way better than H2O. Even still now, it's so ridiculous. It's fun for me. It's so ridiculous. Did you guys watch the show on MTV, Fear? Did you watch that? Because that's what this is. They wore cameras and did like scary shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it was not practical joke, but a prank show almost, right? Where they set up like
it wasn't a prank show.
You're thinking about
it was like
thinking about Scare Tactics is what you're thinking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one that did the stunt. It was a joke with Scare Tactics, but this was Fear. And they like buried people alive, like in caskets, and they had to like film themselves.
I think I remember it being advertised and shit, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Well, I mean, when they did some of the haunted shit in 2002, I liked it. It was creepy.
I was still watching Bam beat up on his dad, and at this point,
for sure. Yeah. Classics. But yeah. So I was like, when this was announced, I was like, wait a minute. I mean, come on. Decapitation. Like, this isn't like Jason ain't even been decapitated. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so the Akkads, Mustafa and Malik, the guys that own Halloween, Malik owns it now. They're like, we got this. Don't worry. They hired didn't someone write this? I can't remember. Anyways,
someone wrote it. I got his name down.
I thought it was like someone that did some things, but
Larry Brand, he did stuff, but I didn't recognize anything, or I would have wrote it down.
Yeah, but I thought the way they they made Michael survive was so ridiculous. It's funny because there is no way on earth that dude blended in with some EMTs. Like,
I want to see that scene.
I do too. I want to see.
I'm just
Yeah.
Turning up.
He's all probably just wide-eyed, like.
Yeah.
But I thought,
did he still have a knife? Is there a shot with him with a knife or something's in his hand that would give him away? I know that.
I can't remember if
I think he put it in his pocket or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Something like that.
Hanging out with
He's
that
like-
in his hand.
Yeah.
I swear he still
He's
has
always
it.
got it
They
right
should've-
there.
That should have been how they should have shown that at the end.
He's holding his EMT
Whoa.
bag and the knife, and he's just like looking around. He's
Sorry, guys, I should put this down. I
like,
know. But, you know, like when you got
Listen.
your phone and you got other shit, and you're like, I should put the phone down. I don't know. You got like bags.
Yeah.
Listen, if this would have happened at the end of H2O, I probably would have liked it a lot better. If this actually all happened and then picked up, if it was you know what I mean, organic, like
Yeah.
a planned thing, like then I would be totally all in. Because
Right.
as cheesy as it was, and it's like we got to do something to bring him back. The way they did it, I was like, all right, there's no way he blended in, but I get what you're going for.
Yeah.
There's no way he blended. Next, all right, we killed Laurie Strode. Finally, she's dead.
No, not really though.
I know. Well, in this iteration, she is this discontinued iteration
Timeline.
of the timeline. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's dead. He can go home. There's people at his fucking house. Haven't you ever fucking worked a long goddamn day and just wanted to go home? He went from California. Because she wasn't at Smith's Grove, right? She was still out in California, so he had to travel back home.
A shitty vehicle too. That thing sucked. That thing he stole.
Oh yeah. What did he steal?
It was like
It's
an
like an
old
Looking.
Oldsmobile, yeah.
It was from 1956 or something. It was
Oh,
so
that
old.
truck? Oh, I thought he
Yeah.
stole
He stole
wait.
mom's
No,
van or
I'm
something.
thinking
at
the
end.
yeah.
He stole a
Oh,
couple
I
I
things.
thought he stole like an ambulance or
Oh, is that H2O?
police car.
Yeah.
He's always driving around. I didn't think he drove
Yeah,
so
he's the
fucking
best
much.
non-driver.
So many cars.
Someone must have given us-
More
I want a
cars than he
record.
killed people.
Somebody needs to make a record of how many cars he stole, because that's a whole different
Right.
charge.
I feel like
There's the murders, but then there's the car theft.
The car theft.
at least. So great, he's home now. They're doing an MTV Theater clone at his house, and Busta Rhymes, who's awesome. He was so great in this movie. He planted stuff at the house and everything. So it's like, that's the one thing I hated, because it's like you didn't know what was real and what wasn't.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
That was.
yeah. I was like, why couldn't they just find
Be
shit?
investigating.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He did it to make it, pop more, but I felt like he didn't need to do that. The prop wall and whatever, that was funny with all the fake shit.
Made in Taiwan.
But his real layer behind it.
It almost pissed me off for a second. I thought that dungeon was real, and I was like, no, you're not gonna just fucking flip the script after all these movies and say his parents were abusing him in the basement. Like, but
But
Well, that's what I was about to say.
like
The high chair had the lock on it, and I was like, that's because I was like, it's been so long since I saw this. Same thing where I was like, hey, or did they abuse this kid? I don't remember that.
No, he's evil.
Yeah.
We've already
Yeah.
established that. He wasn't
but here's the
abused
thing.
and reacting.
Here's
He's
the
fucking
thing.
evil from the
What
devil.
was that room though? That room existed, churched up or not. That room existed. That key had to open that hatch. They didn't
That's probably
install
why he
that.
throws. Yeah. Why did they put that in there? Why?
Yeah, what was that? So it was like there has to be something to, I don't know.
That's where Michael throws the dead cats and stuff.
Yeah. But then he was living in the storm sewer right behind it. I guess that's where his lair was. I don't know how they didn't see that when they were building that fake wall. Nothing like, I'm sure it
He's
was
back there. He's got 6 cars lined up.
Oh man,
right outside the fucking thing. Who
Right,
stole
because
these
it was
cars? These are all stolen, all of them.
Yeah.
it's like what those fake body parts fall through the wall when Red and that guy or get whatever he was is the film music guy was getting trying to get it on, and the bodies fell on him. And it was all fake. Like, did they have to dig something out, or was it like it was an open hole, right? Wasn't it an
Yeah.
open hole behind there? Like it wasn't blocked off, right?
I don't think it was. Yeah.
Because I feel like Michael was getting easy ingress to that house, or easy entry, I should say. Anyways, fast forward, get your characters. Got Henry Rowan Gardner in the flesh. Terrible character. He was the rookie of the year, Thomas Ian Nicholas. Yeah, he was I love that movie. I love Rookie of the Year. It's so fun. Funky butt loving, man. That is a great line. Um oh, my probably my favorite part of the whole movie is at the beginning right after Michael leaves. That dude that's obsessed with the serial killers and just repeating stats. The way he does Michael's bio and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like the
intro.
way he stretched that out, he was that was unsettling. But
He didn't have the
you know,
car numbers though. He didn't have the stole 750 cars.
yeah, yeah, right, yeah.
He would have that stat.
I don't know if you guys know who Katie Sackhoff is.
Yeah, she's from
Star
Starbuck from
Wars.
yeah, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, okay, yeah, and she's a
Yeah.
big Star Wars actress and voice actress. She's Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
She was the blonde in this.
Yeah. I thought I
So
was going to get to see her topless first. Nope.
yeah,
None of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
None of it.
So that was
Not a one.
No, I think
like
the red hair girl got topless, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
vaguely, kind of. Yeah.
yeah for a quick second. Um, I like the first kill, the way he kills that camera guy. It was a nod to Peeping Tom. If you've ever seen that movie, that was like
Great movie.
one of the first
Great
person
movie.
kills or a first person. I've heard people describe it. I've seen it, but people call it a first person film. I know that's a first, definitely first
Yeah,
person.
it's the first film that did that the point
Yeah,
of view from the killer.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was a cool. And so it was like that, but bloodier. um, the whole I wasn't sure we discussed it. I was like it was hard to tell what was real and what wasn't when it was all something was staged. Like I said, that room existed. And he did put those chains in there because how else would he have, with the wall and shit. So, but that room existed and it was just like some weird thing, and the key existed to do that. You know what I mean? It just looked weird. I have no idea what that was. Um I like when he cut off Katie Sackhoff's um uh uh head with a knife. It's just so funny because it was just a with a butcher knife. It was just
Yeah.
it made me laugh. It was super funny. Um I remember at the time I thought the main actress Bianca or Brianna something Viking at the end. It's like Jill Rich or something. I can't remember her name. I thought I found her very cute. But her ADR at the end when she's fighting Michael is not cute at all. It was really bad. It just sounded terribly acted because it wasn't in the moment. And then I wrote down he got electrocuted. Yeah, and after fucking Busta Rhymes kicks his ass and survives another onslaught. Busta Rhymes was like the equivalent of fucking Jason Voorhees in the NES game. Like you take him down, you hit him a couple times and he goes away and then he comes back. Busta Rhymes was like super fun in this. They were they're like, we had LL Cool J, now we got to get another rapper. All right, Busta Rhymes.
A lot of people are mad that he's the only person to like really kind of defeat Michael Myers.
Let him
but
be.
like,
Who cares? Just like
what
that
would you
chick
expect
being
him not
depressed in the
to? I
gym.
mean,
Yeah.
holy shit! Have you seen Woo Ha? Put them all in check.
Yeah. He does that head
Yes.
nod shit that make you break your neck. You think he can't kick a motherfucker?
And
Like
if you didn't
shit.
see earlier, he was watching kung fu movies. He's learned a few
Yeah, his
things.
Chun Li. He called it him watching my Chun Li. That's what he
Well,
said.
Michael Myers came take out Lori.
Yeah.
No, yeah, right.
Well, I mean now.
So I mean,
But
now
you know who might take out Busta Rhymes though is P Diddy if he's revealed to have had some encounters at a fucking freak off, you know.
Freak off.
I
Oh
think
man.
I'm worried
that,
about
that
it
name.
sincerely that he may. He was at a lot of those parties,
Yeah.
and
So,
he wants you to put his hands where your eyes can see or whatever.
but you know, because this was directed by Rick Rosenthal, he definitely nodded back to Halloween 2, the one he directed. Um, there was a slipping in the pool of blood. There's a character, blink and you miss it. I only know it because I've seen Halloween 2 so many times. Dr. Mixter is a character, was the name of the professor. That was a nod to the drunk doctor who got his eye stuck out.
Oh yeah.
The original part 2. And then Michael Burnham alive again. Spoiler alert. You know, the ridiculous factor, it's all the way up while still being entertaining. The kills were good. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It was a good time.
All right, Randy, I'm going.
Go for it.
On it. All right. So another slasher, a sequel to H2O. Now, maybe I'm not remembering it right, but didn't someone asked someone, well, why didn't the paramedics let someone know that it was Michael Myers? And she goes, well, because he got his larynx crushed.
Yeah.
Is that what happened, or did he die?
Yeah. No.
Did he die?
No, he crushed his. He crushed. So he crushed his. They show in the flashback. They crushed his throat, right?
Yeah.
So that didn't kill him because he was awake.
Okay.
You know?
So what? He couldn't have wrote.
He was like, he was
report?
knocked out. They thought he was dead. So that's how they worked it in. That's why Michael's reaching out at the end of H2O.
Okay.
You know.
I'm also remembering. I thought someone grabs a gun, don't they, and fires like 3 or 4 times at the end of H2O.
Adam Arkin shot LL Cool J.
That's a part I remember.
Or wait, no, wait, Lori, wait. Did Lori grab a gun at the end?
I don't know. I was thinking the paramedic was killed by a gun, and then they said, well, he said he didn't tell them it was Michael Myers because he couldn't talk because he got his larynx crushed. Well, I was like, well, so I thought he died, but I guess they're saying he was still alive. And then
he had to have been because he's
still alive.
Like,
why can't you write it down and say,
because
hey,
he was pinned between
Myers.
a van and a tree.
Nah.
He ain't writing shit down.
Yeah.
No, remember he was
He wasn't
knocked
gonna
out.
go.
He was in a body bag.
Yeah.
She stole
I guess it would.
Jamie Lee stole the corner van that Michael Myers was in because she was gonna I don't know what she was gonna do, just drive it off a cliff or something. I don't know.
Then I really don't understand why they made that line. Then, well, why didn't he say something? Well, his larynx was crushed.
She crashes the van, right? Michael gets thrown through the windshield, which was awesome. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good scene.
Yes, and she crashes the van. She comes to. He's between the van and the tree. He can't move.
So he switched places with the guy that got his larynx
That's
crushed.
They're saying in this movie.
Okay.
That's the paramedic.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other paramedic died as well.
There was no other paramedic.
There had to be another paramedic.
At the beginning of this one, there
Well,
was
at least has to be a
math.
driver. I don't know. Let's just move on from that.
Yeah, we're getting way deep into
Do you
this.
think though that if he had his hands free, right? He could move his hands around, right? When he was pinned.
But he was unconscious. He was in a body bag. He was unconscious.
I just thought there
And
was
he-
two. I'm pretty sure there was. There
And
has
then
to be
he
at least
rose up, right? He rose up. She slams the brakes. He's the paramedic, right? He's freaking out, but he's not like, to make it work, it would have to look like he's like freaking out and not like intentionally going at her.
Why
You know
didn't
what
he
I mean?
pull his mask off? Do you think that would have mattered?
I think he was freaked the fuck out. If I was that paramedic and I was waking up masked
I
out
think
of
there's
body
holes
bag,
in their writing.
going fucking hysterical, like a fucking gorilla, like ape shit. If I came to all of a sudden, but
I hadn't seen this in years. In fact, this was the last Halloween that I had to buy to complete uh, the franchise. I didn't buy this movie for such a long time because I clearly remember not liking this movie when it came out. But obviously, I had to buy it. Actually, I bought I had to get the German Blu-ray. I actually think I imported this movie just to complete the collection because I don't think it was either hard to find or they didn't have a Blu-ray release of this. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, I have it. I bought it. But I try to go into this one with a clean slate, just an open mind. Michael is definitely more aggressive in this one, and I don't know if it's because I just came off watching H2 or not, but there's definitely a clear difference between H2O and Resurrection. He was very much more aggressive, just felt more violent in this.
It was the face. It was the black marks on the face.
I don't necessarily have a problem with the mask, but the hair sometimes in parts. Like there's one shot where he's walking upstairs and it's just kind of a silhouette. And the hair is just, it has to be, he's got a 3-inch fro. Like, I don't know what. No.
So much hair.
There had to be some kind of makeup person that could have done his hair.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, this has that coming down from the ceiling with one arm. It's just ridiculous. But this one that just doesn't feel like a Halloween movie to me. It feels like I'm watching a game show with someone dressed up as Michael Myers trying to scare him. Basically, what Busta Rhymes was trying to do as well. And that's what this one feels like. Busta Rhymes, I find to be ridiculous in this, and you guys like the ridiculousness, but I was praying that he was going to get slaughtered on screen so I could see him die. He doesn't die. He ends up being like basically Busta Rhymes, the final girl of this freaking movie. And I thought it was funny. He kicks Michael Myers' ass, and then does he like also like kick the cameraman's ass or something at the end where they're trying to ask him,
he pushes the camera out of the way. Yeah.
What happened? I was like, Jesus, but Busta Rhymes is out of control in this one. He's just kicking the shit out of everyone. Not as bad as I remember. Still not a great movie. I gave this one a 5. Go for it, Ray.
All right. How much time do I, Frank? I'm all right.
You have 5 minutes and 39 seconds.
Well, I could do that because I did not like this at all. So real quick, a couple of things I'll hit. What things I did like? How about that early 2000s soundtrack, fellas? You guys like that?
Oh yeah,
that was pretty fun.
I didn't
right?
even clock it. Really, what was?
Yeah, I did. I don't remember hearing it.
Was it songs or was it?
They're playing some
it was
songs like
oh, I
early
gotta look
2000s new metal. Like I don't know exactly what.
I'm gonna pull up the soundtrack now.
Probably something like that, but there were some songs where I was like, "Oh, listen to that. That sounds."
I must have just totally turned it out.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The other thing I liked, like the kills. Like I said, he's a much more aggressive Michael Myers in this, which I did like. I liked that a lot. I thought that I got to go right into the stuff I hated. I thought the explanation for how he's still alive is fucking horrible. It's just terrible writing. Jason, you're right. It doesn't make any sense. I get what you're saying, John. I understand the concepts, what they wanted to do, but they didn't convey it at all properly. I thought, like it's just too confusing. It's like I don't think they had any intention of making that the driver in the original H2O.
Oh,
You know what I
no,
mean?
no, no.
So it was like
work.
yeah, tapestries, and they didn't weave it right. It was just bullshit. Um, yeah, the actors are all doing the best with what they can in this a little. I mean, we forgot the guy, the little nerd guy that's helping them through the haunted mansion on his keyboard like it's a fucking video game.
Oh, yeah, right.
Run to your left. Hey, that's not how the internet worked at this time. We've discussed this. It would be a lag. There'd be a delay. That bitch is getting killed regardless. So I don't know what you're typing about, but maybe call the fucking police. I don't know.
What was that? Was that a cell phone? Was that? I don't remember cell phones like that, man.
That was like a PDA.
Yeah, it was like a Palm
like
Pilot or yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Palm Pilot.
But I did like those scenes specifically because hey, it's Halloween time in those scenes. Isn't that fun to have in your fucking Halloween movie? So that's pretty great, right? So
hey, wait, real quick. Why did Michael go after Lori when it wasn't Halloween? Like I thought that was the thing. Because that was like 2 days before Halloween.
Right, it was a couple of days.
Another plot hole. I don't know. Go ahead, Randy. Go.
And the plot hole goes. Let me get to that too. By the way, thank you. This segue. Laurie Strode, what a fucking waste of. Hey, he killed his sister finally. What's he do now? Like I even wrote this down. When you've killed your sister and that's your whole life, what do you do after that? Was he planning on starting a farm? You're just going to go back home and sit there and
eat rats and go home.
He's going to go back home. He's going to probably steal a couple cars here or there.
Yeah,
we know what he likes.
He's going
to be the grouchy old man on the block.
Yeah. Gone in 60 seconds, working with Nicolas Cage, like stealing cars. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay. And all the camera stuff was stupid, but the kills look good. I'm with Jason. Fuck Busta Rhymes. What the fuck is he doing in this movie? What the fuck was that whole dialogue? I fucking hated him from the minute he spoke about what they were doing in the plan. I'm like, this is a stupid fucking character. And okay, he's a tough guy. I'm a big tough guy. There have been many tough guys that went up against Michael Myers, some with fucking weapons. Okay. And he's going to kung fu. Fuck off with this movie. And if I could say this one thing, this will just sum up my feeling on it. Fuck off, film. Fuck off, film. I give this a 2 out of 10. I'd movie. This is so far. I'd rather watch 6 1,000 times than watch this one again. So
6 is great. You should feel that way.
Yeah.
Here's why we didn't clock the soundtrack. Because it appears to me that every song is a song. It's like actual songs, but they're like bands that wouldn't be popular. Not like popular. No, they're not covers. They're original songs. Like the bands.
They sounded very 2000s. I couldn't place them myself, but I was like
there's a song called Switchback by a band called Cell Dweller. Never. I mean, Girl Eats Boy performs Losing Control.
Wait, they were at the second stage of Ozfest in 2000. I remember them.
Yeah,
so you guys didn't know. I didn't know, but you didn't know either.
I was like,
I buy it. I'll buy it. All right. So what did you give it a score? Or did I miss it?
2 out of 10.
Out of 10. All right.
Okay.